So we've heard that this series of Merlin is the darkest yet. Would you agree with that? Or?
I'd say so. Yeah, it certainly gets off to the darkest start we've had right from the beginning. There's right from the opening scene. There's a feeling that bad things have occurred, and this series as well, being set a year in the future, really cuts to the chase very quickly. And fans who've been watching the show from the beginning will be pleased to see that there's not the usual amount of re-establishing the characters and the story and the setup, because it's there and it's kind of plain to see. So it definitely is taking a darker tone. We're seeing more psychological things happening to people as opposed to physical threats from outside forces. So yeah, big things happening.
And how does Merlin react when Morgana returns?
It's a big shock for him because, to say the least, because as far as he's concerned, he killed her, and she's gone, and she's out of the picture, and this search for her that's been done for the year is kind of pointless in a way, and not. But when she appears, it brings up huge things for him. Does she remember? What's her feelings towards him about it? Is she going to tell anyone? All these questions are answered in the first episode, in the first 20 minutes, I think. So.
And the Great Dragon returns as well. Can you give us any hints about that, about his return?
The Great Dragon, Merlin has acquired from the previous series the powers of the Dragon Lord, and it's how he chooses to use those. And he's put in some tough situations where he's required to call upon those powers, and that's something that kind of that has developed throughout the series, and that's kind of a new power for him. So it's good to see Merlin getting those new powers and developing them further.
And are there any sort of new powers that he discovers throughout the course of this series as well? Any extra powers?
He's becoming, it's one of the things that Merlin is becoming more powerful in this series is his mind, because his magic's there, it's always going to be there, and that's always something he can work on and deal with and rely on. But how Camelot's changing, people are changing. It's looking like Arthur's going to become king so soon because so many outside influences keep reminding Merlin that the time is coming, the dawn, the new Albion, and this flicks a switch in Merlin's mind, a wiser Merlin, more speaking things that maybe he doesn't even fully realize their impact, and so yeah, I'd say the power of his words are becoming stronger.
And after the last series, are we going to see any more of the Lady in the Lake?
Well, I hope so. Merlin does. There's big implications for that. I mean, Merlin never gets a love, or if he does, they kill him or her. Do you know what I mean? Like, his father's gone, his friend's gone, his one love. Yeah. So it's pretty harsh. So it would be nice to see a return of that, and obviously it's such a huge part of the legend, the Arthurian legends, the Lady in the Lake. So yeah, you'll have to wait and see.
Now, a lot of fans are desperate for Arthur to discover Merlin's secret. What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good thing to happen, or do you think it would spoil the show maybe if he ever did find out about the magic?
Well, one of the huge theme of the show, and it always has been from the beginning, is that he has to keep the magic a secret, and it's upon pain of death. Merlin wouldn't. I mean, why would he? Because he can see Arthur's attitude towards it is at present is plain to see that it's like his father's. But there are hints, there are elements. You're seeing a changed Arthur as well, and he's looking towards a new land, a new Camelot, a new kingdom, and it's wondering, is it a fresh start? So I mean, there are questions for Merlin there as to whether he could, and I think he does question that.
And have you heard any rumblings maybe about a fourth series yet?
We won't know yet until I think November time or something like that. So we're not sure, but there's certainly room for the stories to go on. It's whether they do, we don't know.